everyone, while I was in TK Maxx the other day I found these two eyeshadow palettes. I thought the sleeves on these were totally cute. They were only $7.99 each and it says on the back recommended retail price at $24.99. When I looked them up online I did find them at $24.99 and when I looked on the D.M.M website they were $17.99, so I thought that $7.99 was still a bargain. In this video I'm going to be swatching and reviewing this one. This is the one that I used to do my eye look that I have today. D.M.M stands for Do My Makeup. I've never heard of this brand before and I found it really difficult to find online, so I don't know if it's just a new brand or if it's just not very popular at the moment. As soon as I seen this I absolutely loved the packaging. Sometimes I tend to find that when an eyeshadow palette has a nice sleeve, the palette itself isn't very exciting, but with this one, the palette is exactly the same as the sleeve, which I absolutely love. It does mean that if the sleeve gets damaged, I'll still have the palette and it still looks really cool. The back's pretty plain, it just tells you measurements and ingredients. When I was in TK Maxx, I didn't get to have a look in this because it was all sealed so that you couldn't open it up, but it looked to me as if it was quite a good size for $7.99. And when I took it home and opened it up, I wasn't disappointed. As you can see at the top there's a really big mirror and just this plastic protection cover. I do like an eyeshadow palette with a good sized mirror, and as you can see there's a good selection of colours here, which I'll give you a closer look at in a moment. One of the things that I really liked about this palette were these blues in the middle. I know that I do have quite a lot of eyeshadows that are the same as that, but some of the colours I don't really have in my collection. At the bottom we also have some face powders, brow powders and concealers. For the eye look I have on today, I used this purplish blue and this sky blue, and I think it actually turned out quite well. I'm going to show you the swatches in just a minute, but while I was swatching this I found that the eyeshadows had quite a lot of different textures. I've never had an eyeshadow palette with so many different textures. Some of them were quite crumbly, some of them were really dry feeling, and when I was swatching them some of them really didn't show up that well, but once I started putting it on my eyes I realised that when you put it on with an applicator it does actually show up quite a bit better. I also swatched the face powders, the eyebrow powders and the concealers, and today I'm wearing this concealer and this eyebrow powder. I'm not really used to wearing eyebrow powder, but I thought that this one turned out quite well. As for the concealer, it is quite waxy. You'll see in the swatch how waxy it is, and when I put it on I was finding it quite waxy on my face, but once I blended it in and put powder over it I actually thought it was quite good. I feel like there's quite a good mix of matte and shimmery eyeshadows in this, and there's quite a lot of really light ones that I wouldn't normally see. With that being said, here's the swatches. $7.99 I actually think this was quite good. Have you ever heard of DMM Cosmetics before? If you have, let me know what you think of it in the comment section below. If you liked this video, please give it a thumbs up, and if you're new here, consider subscribing. Also during the week I'm going to be swatching this other D.M.M Retro palette, which was also $7.99. I hope to see you then. Bye!